Stoker.
What's up, boys?
What's going on, fellas?
Joel and Sal, full effect. We're here. What a great day, man. What a great day. What's up, man? How you guys doing? How's everyone doing today, brother? Good?
Good, man.
Everyone's good today?
Yeah.
How you guys doing?
What's going on?
Hot over here. Real hot.
Another Wednesday. Fellas, how you doing over there in California?
Good. Maintaining.
Trying to stay cool.
Can you hear us?
Yo.
Yo. Can you? Sorry, sound went off.
Hello.
Now can you hear us?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
All right. Sorry.
Okay,
about that.
cool. That was weird.
Sal over here
That was
pushing buttons.
Yeah, dude, I don't know, man. I'm just over here trying to navigate, but it's all good.
Technology, man.
Yeah, dude. So what's going on, man? How you guys doing?
Good. Staying busy, man. It's busy right now.
Yeah.
What were you guys doing earlier today? You guys had a pretty good project, right? You guys were just banging out.
We had we had the boat.
We had a boat.
We had a boat this morning, and then we got a 1987 Corvette that we're doing a reconditioning on.
Nice, bro.
Yeah.
That's
So a couple
crazy.
little projects, you know,
Yeah,
like we've been doing them here and there, and it's a little bit for passion, and and then for money too. The money's good, but it's fun.
Yeah.
You guys do a lot of boats?
It's limited for the year.
Very limited. We have a very select clientele that we do them for, and the boat has to be in a certain condition in order to do them. So, yeah, because they could be a lot.
Yo.
You guys there? All right, if you guys are watching, give us a moment. We have some technical difficulties here.
Now we're good. There we go. Are we good now? Yeah.
Still
Yeah,
messing with
we're
stuff
good.
over there?
Oh, I don't even know, man. I don't. Good internet, bad internet.
Good
Who's
sound,
this,
bad sound. This is life. This is life, though, right?
Who's Jay's daily detailer?
Oh, Jay's a detailer out of Texas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so he's
That's
always
cool.
showing a lot of love to our channel and a lot of love to us. And
D Mark, what up? We have who else do we have on here? First from Puerto Rico's on here.
Yep.
We got some good people up in here chilling out. Hi everyone. JD. So he's from Texas, you said?
yeah, Texas.
Dang,
He's
dude.
by Dallas, Fort Worth, that area. I'm assuming.
Oh, that's dope. That's
Texas is crazy. I love Texas. It's there's so many major metropolitan areas, and they're all so different. Like it's crazy how different it is from San Antonio to Houston, and from Houston to Dallas Fort Worth. They're only a couple hours apart, most of them, but it's a completely different culture and just even different landscape. Texas is a trip, man. I love Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's new with you guys? What's going on?
Internet bad over there again? Hold on.
Hold on, we lost you again, Jamie. What the heck is going on?
You guys, hey, Jamie, you guys muted yourself.
dude.
There you go.
But how'd you guys get to the level you guys got? And how'd you figure out? Because you guys got the perfect schedule, in my opinion.
Yeah, so you were on mute, Jamie. So we only heard the last second. How did we get to where we're at? You know what? We strategized from the get go.
Well, take it back from the beginning to where we're at now.
Yeah, I never wanted anything to get crazy big. I wanted something controllable. That was always the number one, was control. Like I wanted full control of everything. So. And not in the sense of I want to be the boss type of control, like control as in I want to control my schedule. I want to control my income. I want to control my clientele. I want to control my market that I'm really targeting. I want to control the brand, what we do in the future. all of that strategy was part of the growth plan at the beginning. It necessarily isn't about for details. It's not necessarily about quantity of anything. It's not, it's we want real bespoke style quality for everything and everyone that we see. So you don't see us, advertising anywhere. You don't see us, it's all kind of like almost like we wanted to generate an exclusive clientele.
So you had, I love that. You had the end before you even really started in this. You already had what the end looked like for you, what the end goal was. So you didn't just kind of come into this and fumble your way through it and say, "Oh, we want to do this. Oh no, we want to do this." You started by creating the framework of what you wanted this to evolve into, and you were able to reverse engineer it to get to the point where you guys are living that now.
Exactly, and it's so like our last podcast that we had. It's kind of we're at a point now where it's like the vision is actually able to be seen by us, like in front of us. Actually, it's happening, and it's kind of a crazy thing because it was so detailed and it was so specific, and we're there, and it's just wild, man. It's very wild. It's surreal, but it's taken a lot of work.
Yeah, no. Another thing too, I was gonna say is that for me, I kind of did the opposite. I just started detailing and started doing what I do because I was broke. And it was easy for me to get in. So I kind of, what would you say if someone getting into the game, initially getting into, like they want to get into the game and start detailing or be a business owner or wherever they're trying to do, like what would you be like, this is number one, what you got to do to get in? Like if you're trying to get into detailing or any business.
Honestly, I would have somebody at least at minimum take a management course. Or shadow somebody, or if you're working, it could be any job. Try to get into a management role first so you have a better understanding of how a business operates. That way you're able to implement some of the things that you've learned and some of the systems that that were put in place through your training, and kind of apply that to your business. So at least you have somewhat of a foundation to stand on. So you're not going into, I can't imagine starting a business blind, like having no clue of how much it's going to cost, what I'm going to need, how much labor is, do I even have a market for this service? What's my, maybe you don't even know the median household income for the area you're working in, or you don't have a target demographic or market that you're trying to hit. Maybe you don't even know how much you need to make a year, to survive. So all of those things, if you don't know those basic fundamentals, you're pretty much setting yourself up for failure. It's really difficult. It's already an uphill battle. And what I tell people is like, if you're not prepared, you now are going to go uphill carrying a baby with 2 bags of rocks. Like you're going to be in some deep shit real quick.
With two left foot shoes and a
shirt on.
Yeah.
That's dude. Like I said, I started the wrong way, and it was the hard way. In now within like the last like 5 or 6 years, then I was like, all right, I need to figure out what my target is. Like, what am I really trying to do? Am I trying to build something that's going to last forever? You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to.
I wouldn't say the wrong way. I mean, here's the reality: is can you expedite things? Yes. If you have the blueprint, or if you structure it before you get into it, will it accelerate things? Yeah, it can. Absolutely, it will. But is it a bad thing to do it the way you did it? Because think of how many. I mean, if you could avoid it, great. But if you can't, like, look at how many lessons you've learned. Like, if nothing else, you've shown yourself that I can make it through anything, no matter what. I'm gonna find a way. So that helped build that belief in yourself. So I'm not saying to do it the hard way. If you can avoid it, cool. But if the hard way is the only way you got,
I didn't do it on purpose. So that's the problem. Believe me, it wasn't a purpose thing. And I wish I did have, knowing that I need to get a mentor. I wish I knew that. I wish I knew right off the bat. There's even just someone just to, like, when you're just having a bad day or something happening, like you need, like, you don't always want to go home to your wife or whoever, and they're just not going to understand. You want to be able to, bounce ideas off of professionals like you guys, you know what I mean? You need to have that. That's the kind of friends that you need around. You don't need people that aren't doing what you're doing around, because otherwise you're just going to be in their same spot, and you're never going to relate.
Yeah. And just having somebody to talk to that can help change your perspective, right? Like having a mentor or somebody that you can say, oh man, I ran into this. They're like, cool. Well, this is what you take from it. Help to reframe that perspective instead of it's just a shitty day. It's okay. Now it's a day that's beneficial because I learned these things that I didn't see were there to learn until I had this conversation with this person. So that's my mentors. That's I've gained a lot of that is they may not have an exact, like, this is how you fix that, but they're like, all right, well, look at it this way. It's actually a benefit because you learned this, and just pointing those things out was hugely beneficial to me over the course of my career.
Yeah, so no, for sure. I just wish there was like more of a blueprint. I know there's a lot of people on there that are trying to give you the blueprint, and like you know, we all tell people like, hey, this is what you got to do. Like, focus on this. Like, it's crazy. I don't know. I wish there was that. I wish there was more people like genuinely wanting you to do good back then. Now it's like it's a thing. Like everyone wants to be an entrepreneur. Everyone wants to do this. Everyone wants to be. It's hard work.
Everyone wants to act like an entrepreneur. I can't say that everyone wants to. I think a lot of people think that they want to, but they want the notoriety that comes with it, but they don't want the workload that comes with it. The workload, I mean, being an entrepreneur is great, but the reality is it is more stressful. It is more work. It is more, I mean, you get a lot more freedom if you do it right, but it's not, you know, I don't want to say it's not for everyone, but there's some situations where being an entrepreneur is a better fit for people. So it's hard, man.
Being a number two is the real deal. Like the number one isn't number one because he's there. He has people in the background that are holding it down. You know what I mean? So like you have to be. Did you pull up that Fat Joe thing?
I can't on this side.
Oh man,
I didn't have it downloaded. But on this entrepreneurship stuff, the regular stuff that the other people do, the 9 to 5, you're completely removed from that. There's no regular that. There's no 9 to 5 with this entrepreneur stuff. Your whole schedule has to change. You have to eliminate distractions from the outside that normally it wouldn't be a thing. All those things matter when you want to do this on your own.
And you got no one to blame. Like you can't say, "Oh, exactly. I didn't do this. Steven in shipping didn't do this. John over in accounting didn't." It falls on you. Everything is your fault. Everything is your responsibility. Like that's what
a lot of people realize that. A lot of people get real upset. They get real. They have this ego that they can't quite shake. Whenever there's an issue, they always are quick to blame. You know, and in the normal workforce, that's normal culture. But when you're here doing it yourself, you got to point the finger back at yourself. Like Sal always says, he goes, everybody wants to be a boss until it's time to be a boss, you know, and then you have to, you know, look at yourself like, okay, I made that mistake. Am I going to fix it or am I going to continue to keep making this mistake? Like Jamie, the difference between you and the other cats that ain't quite making it is you made the mistakes, but you corrected them. And that's why you continue to grow. If you were making the same mistakes over and over and over, all you're going to do is that leads to failure. You know, you're progressing as you made these mistakes. And in a way, it's going to make you stronger in some areas of your business. And when you go through a hardship, it's not going to be anything to you because you've been there before. You're like, well, I fucked up really bad at the beginning. Can't get worse than that. Like I already kind of know I can get myself out of this. This ain't nothing. This is no sweat. You know what I mean? Yep. So that other guys that don't do that, like say if you took a different route, like Sal guy has his degree in business. So I was like, I even with my degree, I wouldn't be able to operate a business based off of what I learned there.
Not even close.
No. It's all trial and error, man. It's like the more times you mess up, the more you learn. It's a sad thing, but hey, that's reality. Hey,
but that's life. But the problem is people quit, and that's another thing you didn't do is you didn't through all your hardships, you didn't quit. Like if you don't quit, you can't fail. You can't be a failure. You can't not win if you don't quit. Eventually, you're going to find a way to make it work. Eventually, you're going to find something that clicks. Eventually, you're going to learn. It might take 10, 15, 20 times doing the same goddamn thing, but eventually you're going to learn if you don't quit and you'll get it right. But everyone quits now. I mean, everyone quits so quick and it's so easy to quit. It's like in marriage, man. It's 50% of marriages end in divorce. That's crazy to me. Like that's quitting.
That's quitting. And wherever there's work, there's always going to be quitters. You know?
Yeah, and that's you can't have everyone be ready. You know,
that's right.
You can't have a bunch of winners. You know what I mean? Like it's just reality. Reality is like you need people there to take L's. Like
it's unfortunate, but some people are made to fail, and that's it.
Yeah, and some people are not meant to be leaders. Like, and there's nothing wrong with that. Some people just are not meant to be leaders, and some people, some people need a boss. Some people need that direction. Some people need that oversight. Some people need, there's a lot of psychology in leadership.
Right here just said, "I'll die trying, bro. I'm not giving up."
That's right.
Yeah, you got to
billions of body bags, baby.
Yeah, dude, you gotta do it. Like whatever, just gotta set your own goals. Like that's why I was like, there's people that, hey, if you only want to do what you want to do, and then you're off and you're winning. That's the win. Yeah. It's like it can't really be off of, like you can have a financial goal, but a lot of people need to have a freedom goal. Like, yeah, maybe you don't want a bunch, maybe you don't have a ton of bills, maybe you don't want guys, maybe you don't want any of that, but you want time. You want to be able to
get tacos. Maybe you want tacos,
bro.
What's up, Carlos?
Yeah, it's you know what I mean? How did you guys get to where you are? Like, what did you guys do? What were the steps that you guys took?
Yeah, right here, this guy says doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results.
That's the definition of insanity. Like he says, that's literally, if you look up insanity, that's what it is. It's doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Like, if it doesn't work the first time, do it differently. Change something a little bit about it. But yeah, man. This guy said you got evicted choosing the dream, bro. That's dope. Keep chasing. Keep chasing, man.
Bro. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I think, man, I've had some crazy stuff happen, man. Like, I've wrecked cars. I've had, my guys do that. Like, we've wrecked cars. We've, what do we do? Let me see. So one of my guys was driving a customer's car, picking it up, bringing it here, and was going, and he was on his phone, and he ran the red light.
Oh.
And they hit him. We totaled the customer's car. And you tell me about that, bro. That's like that. Dude, you don't have a bad day or a bad week.
To be through, though, to be a part of. So good. So if anything happens, Orange, Jamie, we're giving you a call on this insurance.
Yeah. So it's crazy. Like, just to the legality parts of that, it's like,
oh yeah.
Boom. Like, right when I got the phone call, I freaking tell the lady, I was like, dude, what do you need? Call her, get her a rental right now before her insurance can get to it. So we got her insurance. We did all this. Okay, we'll call. We deal with Enterprise down the street. So we just kind of handled it. And then you want to make that experience a little bit better because it's a shitty time. Mm-hmm. She ended up having to go to the hospital. It was a big ordeal.
Hey, whatever. You want to be a boss, Jamie? How long were you up that day and the next day? How much of your time went through that,
bro? Yeah, and I had another time while I was on vacation. I was in Lake Tahoe. I had it wasn't his fault, but I had one of my guys, Rocco. He was pulling out of a dealership, and the person made a U-turn, and it was in a big old truck. My brand new van, dude, Ford Transit, freaking literally had like probably under 10,000 miles on it, but totaled.
Hey, and that's the thing, right? Even if it's not your fault, you still got to deal with it.
Yeah, you're true. It's like, now I gotta we have to go get another van. He has jobs to get done too, so I made him pile up with another dude. Then he had to go up. So now they're doing 2 routes with with down a van, bro. It's hard.
That's the thing when you're an entrepreneur. Like, this happens while you're on vacation, and you can't be like, oh man, I'm off the clock. I'm off the schedule till next week, so I'll deal with it. You got to deal with it then. So and that's not to discourage anyone, because the reality is the benefits that come from mastering this game or getting to a point where you can actually be efficient in the entrepreneur space, like, it is absolutely worth it. But you got to like the challenge, man. You've got to like to be pushed. You got to like to have to deal with hard shit. And you don't have to like that right now, but you have to learn to like it. You have to, going back to what you asked, how I got here. I got to the point that I am now by not stopping, but continuing to push my internal thermostat. Because 10 years ago, my internal thermostat was make 60 grand a year, have the 3 weeks of vacation. That was it. And it wasn't that's what I wanted. That's all I thought I was capable of. So it took me pushing that limit a little bit, just a little bit, going past that 62,000, realizing, okay, I can do a little bit more. And then every time I did a little bit more, pushing myself further and further, and those gaps got bigger to 60 to 75 to 100. You have to increase your internal thermostat, because we have this thermostat set of what we think we're deserving or capable of. And especially if you come from a shitty, broke background like me and Jamie do, you constantly have to fight that and push that and really retrain yourself that you're capable of more. And you do that so much that now, like, literally, I don't think that there's anything that I'm not capable of. And I don't say that in a cocky or egotistical way. No. I just know that I'm going to fight through. I'm going to learn what I need to do. I'm going to find the connections that I need to make, and I'm going to make it happen no matter what. But 10 years ago, I didn't have those same beliefs. But it's slowly building those beliefs and that self-confidence in yourself. You're going to stick to your word. People, like, we talked about this last time, but self-confidence isn't, I look good, I have a nice body. It is, I am confident that when I say I'm going to do this, that I'm going to follow through and do this. So start.
Yeah, Jamie, give that man a horn. Hit that horn, baby. Something.
Yeah, boy. So you can build that. You can build that desire.
How many employees you have?
Me?
Yeah.
15.
Hey, so how? I want to know about that. How'd you go from 1 to 15? What was
1 to 15?
What were the steps in that? The mistakes.
Getting around meeting good guys, and not wanting them to go. And the only way to make people stay, at least most people, is more work. Create.
Okay. Oh, that makes sense. We got it. So your growth came out of your commitment to be around guys that do good work and guys that are talented in the industry. So obviously you had to seek more, you know what I mean? More
revenue streams.
Yeah, you got to get more because you want to pay every
offset, costs of labor, which is the most expensive part of any business in most cases.
So I think that's probably the main thing is, like, if I want to say taking on a new building or taking on that's like people like, oh man, dude, you're killing it. You're making money. That guy hears dumb shit like that all the time. It's like, bro, like, you fucking serious? In my head, I'm like, bro, I just fucking signed on the line of a 5-year lease that no matter what I have to pay. And you're over here, oh man, life is good.
You're like, I'm scared shitless right now.
Yeah, I'm scared shitless, and I got to figure out
like, no, son, I'm risking everything right now.
Yeah, it's like, bro, like, you're kidding me. And even that, it's like, you have everyone has families, everyone has things that they have to do. It's like, and you want them to have that. At least I do. I don't know about other people, but I want people to be able to support themselves. It's like, it's almost like you have to be able to support yourself. What is this, Greg?
I don't know, but I got to touch on this. So Jamie said something. He said that he created his business grew as he created opportunities to be around great people. So he didn't necessarily expand his business so he could make a whole lot more money. It was, I want to be around good people. I want to create opportunities for others. So he did it for the right reasons. And I'm not saying that wanting more is a bad thing by any means, but he didn't do it out of a place of greed. It was, I want to create more for others. And in turn, that creates more for him, but it is sustainable because he does it for the right reasons. And he does it without, it's not, oh, I got to make more. Like social media, people get on social media, they're like, I'm going to become an influencer. If you do something with just money as the goal, you will fail every single time.
Yeah, and the sad thing about it, there's a lot of influencers out there, at least that are getting into the detail game, that are like that. There's a bunch of marketing companies that are selling these dreams. It's like, you look at them, he's like, they're in this big old shop. But I was like, bro, like, no, you're not. Like, you're fronting, like, dude, because I feel like people that are really like in it, I don't feel like they act like that. You know what I mean? Like, they're not. I don't know. Whatever.
One of the first things we teach is, the financial literacy piece, because if you don't understand finances, like basic finances, if your finances are terrible in your personal life, don't think they're going to be, any better in your business. They're probably going to be worse. And there's guys that avoid talking about and I'm not saying I want to know numbers when I talk to guys. I just ask them, okay, what type of situation are you in? Are you prepared for, something, if something were to happen, and your shop had to close down for 3 months or 2 months, what are we looking at? Like, what do we have to do per day? What is your sales goals per week, per day, per hour? Like, what is your, what's your labor efficiency cost? What's your overhead monthly? Like basic numbers like that, guys freeze up. Like, they get so scared. And if they don't know the basics of that, it's kind of like, man, you got to get that stuff in order, because your business is dependent on that. Like, literally.
Yeah. Well, because when I first started, I was kind of like that. I kind of paid all my bills, and then after the fact, oh, this is what I made. You know what I mean? Like, and that was like, it worked out, but then, you know, realize it's like, no, man, like pay yourself as an employee. And then, you know, quarterly, you know, that's pretty much how I get paid now. I'm just paid myself as an employee. If we make money, that's when I get paid. But like right now, I'm just a manager at my shop, J&G. I work here. I'm the manager. And then quarterly, I get paid. You know what I mean? Or like if it decides there's like winter months that you're not really making any money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, you got to figure out, if you don't know your finances, you don't know money, it's going to be really hard because business doesn't play, especially, you know,
you can almost guarantee failure at that point. Cause there's guys that have really successful shops, really successful businesses. And I see it across all industries where the perception is like, you know, for restaurants, for instance, you know, there's
not 80%,
you know,
90%.
Probably, you know, think of the top 5 restaurants in Salt Lake City. I guarantee 2 or 3 of them are failing and you don't even know it, you know, like, and that's real talk. Just the overhead, you know, you walk into these places and you're like, this is not cheap. And you have no tables full, you know, every time I drive by, the parking lot is empty. We gauge, you know, when you look at a business, you look at all of those things. I could almost walk into a business, ask maybe 5 questions and know what their operation is like, what their management is like, and what their financials are somewhat, you know, I'll at least get in the ballpark.
Yeah, I can. That's doable. I'm just like, I like I said, I have a mentor that helps me out. And that tells me like, hey, you got to step your game up. You got things to do. You know what I mean? Like, this is what it is. And I think most people, a lot of people, it's probably, if you're in business, it's not selling. Like it's rough.
Oh yeah. You know? Oh yeah. It's rough. And you're not only putting the business at jeopardy, that's your livelihood too, you know? So it's not like, okay, you lose your job at your other, you know, at your 9 to 5. Okay. I got a severance package. I have some paid time off. I'm good for a few months. Like, no, your business goes under. Your business is under.
Yeah, you're done for.
You'll get paid tomorrow.
There ain't no unemployment check coming in. Yeah, there ain't no government funding. Ain't no food stamps.
Yeah,
dude. It's cold-blooded out there. You know what I mean?
It's cold, man. And that's why we're so passionate. And we come at people hard. We're like, yo, this isn't a game. This is not a game. You think it's, you know, you think it's a joke to go out there and, you know, get yourself $150K in the hole before you even open your doors. You're going to have problems, bro. Like, you're going to have problems, you know? So these guys, they just, you know, that's why we wanted to kind of talk about scaling, because there's different ways to scale your business, you know? And I got some ammunition that I'm going to do on some shorts about scaling, but, you know, everybody scales in a different way. You know,
what do you think the first sign of hiring somebody? Like, when do you think that, all right, it's time to hire somebody? If you wanted to do that route, do you just, if you're so busy, you know, especially like, you know, when I was a one-man show, I wouldn't hire someone. I would just raise my prices. I'd be like, all right, well, you want me to do it? It's going to be X amount, you know, like what would you say the first like signs that, hey, it's time to grow?
I would say, depending on what you're able to, you know, like, if you're able to pay somebody and say, okay, I want you part-time 3 days a week, I would first of all start with somebody part-time, you know, just to kind of get a feel for them, because people try to go in sometimes and be like, oh, this person's great. You know, everybody's going to tell you what you want to hear in interviews, and everybody's going to work hard that first, month or so. Then after that, it lags out and they start, you know, cutting corners, and now they're a liability. But I would say, when you're able to afford somebody, and then also when your workload is at the point where you're getting consistent for a minimum of 6 months. So, you know, you have a track record. Okay, for the past 6 months, I have this. And then also to have somewhat of an emergency fund, you know, whether that's $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, just in case you do go dry for, you know, I don't know, maybe you have rain for an entire month, but at least you can kick down some money to your part-time employee, like, hey, and it's not a huge commitment. It's not a 40-hour paycheck every week, you know? So I think there's many ways to play it out. Yeah. You can even do somebody on the weekends and then schedule your workload based off of that, you know?
Yeah.
So you have somebody just do specialty work. There's tons of different ways to do it.
For sure. What I would say is, You know it's time to scale when you have belief in your business enough that you are willing to sacrifice in order to grow. Because the reality is you're never getting to a point where you have the demand to support 2 people, because you can't do that work. I can't do, if I'm only capable of doing 50 cars, I can't get to the point where I'm doing 100 cars to where I can then support another person. You have to be willing to sacrifice some of your own income or put something on the line, because you're going to have to drop your pay, or you're going to have to take less money to get somebody else on before that business comes in. Because you don't hire somebody and have them, a full lot of cars ready for them to go and do. So you have to believe in your business enough to be willing to sacrifice to actually take that step back to take 2 or 3 steps forward.
And you also got to be ready to do some shit that maybe you didn't have to do before.
Like training. Let's talk about training with that. That's a whole
training is everything. Processes,
like all of that. Like there's a learning curve there. So you may struggle for the first 3 months that you hire somebody on. You may be operating slower, through the learning curve, or you have to switch up order of operations because it's different with 2 people opposed to 1 by yourself. But like Shad hits it right on the money when he said you got to have that faith, because you don't know, you only know what workload you can handle. So, but if you're rejecting calls and stuff and it's kind of causing you money, some people are like, oh, I got to hire somebody right away. Me, I'm cool with that. I would go Jamie's route and say, no, time to raise my prices. I brought Sal on, but I also knew with Sal, I knew what he was bringing to the table. I said, okay, I got someone to take care of my analytics, take care of the technology stuff, somebody to take care of all the tracking, someone to take care of the customer service, someone who's as good at customer service as I am, somebody who's been in a leadership position also. But Sal's not getting paid. I had to make sure Sal was getting paid, you know what I mean? Like comparable to me. I'm not going to pay him and be like, okay, bro, here you go. Like, like he's a part-time employee. It's like, no, he's bringing enough to the table to where I got to make sure I can hold it down for him. Because that's like, that could be like 2 or 3 employees, but it's like, nah, I'd rather do this our way.
Yeah, for sure. You got to definitely gauge people too. Like if you're going to bring someone on, you got to know a part of being a leader. Is you want to hire people that are better at things than you are. You know what I mean? You can't you're not just going to, my interviewing process is a lot different than everyone else is. Like I want to get to know, like I almost don't even commit. You don't even really have a job here until after 3 months.
Yeah.
Like you got to show what you're doing. Like I want to see what you really, because anyone can go into, an interview and say whatever they want. It's like, no, man, let's see. Like I want to see like what it is. All right, cool. Are you going to be here on time?
Okay, we got that 3-month probation.
We have that. Yeah, we do that. You got 3 months, man. You got 3. If you cannot quit, because my guys are tough to work with, they're all grinders.
There's a lot of personalities.
The culture here is like, hey, if you don't quit, if you could last, it's going to be really hard. You know what I mean? Like, most likely they're just going to run you out. You know what I mean? It's like,
but if you make it, you're part of the family.
Yeah.
I mean, then he hold it down. He held it, so it's no, definitely. And that's, you know what I mean? You also, it kind of shows like their mental capacity that they're able to take too. Cause it's not always just the work you can do. Okay. Can you work under stress? Can you work under deadlines? Can you work under management, or can you take orders? Are you, do you have
work with others,
we've all had those employees, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. You want to be able to, they need to be able to do more than just do the job.
Yeah. And you have to know what your needs are and know what your weaknesses are. If you're a one-man band and you're going to hire somebody, don't hire somebody that has the same skill set as you. Know where you're weak, know where know the things, the focuses you need. Like if you don't know, if you're not good at polishing, or your interior game is weak, find someone who is strong in those attributes that may not need so much training, but also brings up your overall level of things and also drops or increases the efficiency as well. But know what you need.
That's a blanket statement for for an entrepreneur. You know, like why do you think we're on this podcast here? We all bring something to the table. Right. We're all learning from each other. Like we're not technically as good as Jamie is.
No, I don't.
Like we learn from Jamie as much as Jamie learns from the business side of us. We learn and we appreciate the technical side of him, because that shit's dope. Like we want to, we started this from an operations background, but you know what I mean? Like don't get it twisted. We're still nice with it. Like we're still earning good work.
And I think a lot of people get that. Like that's why people don't go take mentors. They don't go to trainings. They don't go. And I feel like even trainers, like guys that are trainers, a lot of trainers don't take trainers and they're like, oh yeah, well, I learned from this. It's like, no, it's like, bro, like if your learning stopped, like, dude, I don't want to learn anything.
No, hell no.
Like, I don't want to. I don't.
It's hard to have conversations with cats where they just like, no, I'm good. I'm right here. Like we get guys that pay money to either to get consulting from us or take the live trainings with us, and they're just like the entire time they're just pushing back. It's like, why are you even here?
I do it this way. I do it this way. Yeah. I do it this way. Well, just like, consider doing it this way. Let's talk about that. But what if you did it this way?
Yeah, it's like we get in there. You know what I mean?
We start asking them the questions they don't want to, they don't want to answer, the stuff that they know, like areas that we know they messed up on. It's like, okay, well, this was a result of this. Like we do full breakdowns on them.
But the training's coming, right? July.
Yeah. July. Training's coming for sure. We'll be out here. Everybody's gonna be. It's gonna be something like you never seen. You know what I mean? Like we're
details to follow.
Yes, sir.
I did that. Details to
follow.
We'll have more info soon.
But no. So I think
he's late to the party.
Huh?
Eddie's late. To the party.
Eddie, what's up, man?
EC in the building.
What up, dude? Man, not sure why people aren't having to learn in real life, huh? What up, bro?
Because people don't want to learn. People just want to think they got everything mastered. People want to.
Bro,
it's easy not to learn
all the time, bro. Like that's just me. I'm fine with it. I feel like if you ain't messing up, you ain't moving. You know what I mean? Like you gotta. Yeah, you definitely gotta mess up. What do you
have to? You have like that is it. You can't learn if you don't mess up. Well, you can't. You can have someone tell you, but it still is going to take you out there and applying it, and you're still probably going to mess up. But you're going to mess up, and you're going to know how to fix it, or you're going to know how to mess up less. So, if you ain't making mistakes, then you ain't playing big enough. 100%.
Yeah, we had a guy burn through today. I had a guy polishing the bumper and burn through, and right away he was calling me, and he was all stressed.
I know that feeling.
Sal burnt through his first paint about 2-3 months ago. Oh, he was sweating, boy.
Let me see if I have a picture of it. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see.
It's tough.
But bro, I said I call these like the paint like folded. You can't even see it. Anyways, look at that. He freaking folded it.
Oh yeah, he got it good.
Yeah, let me see. Dude, let me see if I can pull this up. Yeah, so he folded.
Go have him hold it up to the camera right there.
No, it's all good. Yeah, dude. So what I'm saying is like, bro, burning through paint is no joke, man. But it's part of it. Like we've all done it.
I can guarantee I'm gonna do it again. That's something I can guarantee. If you're polishing, you're gonna burn through paint. Like you just man up and just take it on the chin. Go with the net. Do what you got to do, and go move to the net. It's not the end of the world.
No, it ain't the end of the world. But he was stressed out, and I just told him, I was like, "Well, what'd you learn?" Like, well, don't do that again. Hopefully you learn some shit.
Do you think he was more stressed out about burning through the paint or about having the conversation with you?
Yeah, having the conversation.
Yep. Same thing. The worst part of burning through paint is having to call the customer and be like, I messed up. But it's admitting that you made a mistake. If you just own it, call them and say, hey, I messed up. This is what I did. This is how I'm going to fix it. You'll never know. It's probably going to look better than it did before. They're going to be like, all right, cool. Like, don't waste my time. Get it done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we make this such a big deal.
Part, having those difficult conversations with people, it's not hard for us to be really objective and state things that are the obvious to people in their business, because we've had like the hardest conversations with people to their face. We've had to lay people off. We've had to terminate people. We've had to, eliminate positions. We've had to do all these crazy messed up things in our operations backgrounds to where the little conversations are nothing,
Bro, like, terminate is so bad, bro. Like the name, like, yo, you're terminated.
It's terrible.
Bro, I remember I got terminated. I was working at
that's the word.
It was like Convergence. You guys know what Convergence is?
I do.
Yeah, Convergence. So it was like
call center.
Yeah, call center, bro. It was prison, bro. Like, really? You go into this room and this is what it was. It's like put yourself in front of a freaking wall and you read the same fucking thing all day, bro. And it was horrible, bro. They terminated me, bro. It was horrible, man. Fuck them. You know what I mean? Fuck
thank you. Don't say thank you.
Thank you, Jay. It's all part of it, man.
Yeah, it's like, bro, what a fucked up way, bro. It's like, yo, you're terminated, man. I was like, oh man, you cold-blooded, bro.
Right? Do I die? Yeah. Does that mean what do you mean?
This guy said I used a sander with a cutting pad in the car today. Didn't burn through. I was glad. Huh.
Mario, I learned what not to do by watching Eddie. Huh?
Dang.
What to do?
Dang, bro. You coming at him. Hey, yeah, no, I burned through. I feel like it's not it. I feel like the picture he sent me is folded. So like the paint all crinkled. So that to me, that's different. It's like, yo, you just got it like too much pressure and it was too hot. Like you should have eased back. You know, burns is like, all right, when you see a burn, you just lay off, you know, but like that, it was huge, bro. It was like fucking 6 inches. So, you know, I said, well, dude, don't tell me, go talk to the painters, bro. You better go buy them some coffee. Bro. Like they're gonna take, like, you have to go deal with that, man. I'm like, just don't do that shit again. So it is, you know, it is what it is. But what do you feel like right now? What's your guys' challenges that you have right now going on? Like, what do you say a challenge that you're dealing with?
What would you say a challenge is, Sal?
Like burning paint.
I would say trying to track this growth.
Yeah, really trying to. Okay, so what we've done so far with details is a lot of it. We do things a little bit unorthodox. So there's really no way. Like we have our own tracking system of everything. Now it's kind of like we're going into the unknown areas of doing things. So metrics that are not really used in any industries that we know, we're kind of trying to figure out how to start tracking those metrics because we're noticing that they're making a difference in the business.
We know where those things are, but it's just hard to get a number on it, man.
Yeah, because sometimes they're not tangible things.
Yes.
You know, so it's kind of I wish I had an example for you, but every time they pop up, it's like, okay, we need to track that, but how do we track that? I've never seen anybody track it. Is there even a way to do that? You know, because
even like certain ways, like
over and over, you know?
Yeah. Even like just tracking like the common questions asked like over social media, like in Instagram. Like I get people DM me or ask me, why is this? Why is this? Like I'd be nice to have like an AI to track that. So that way, you know, like, all right, you know, there's probably something like, huh? Yeah, like, all right, this guy asked this. We had 15 people ask this question, and that tells you, like, all right, you already know people are interested, and you can go ahead and
make a video on this. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, I think they're eventually going to start coming. That's one thing. Oh man, dude, look at the big spender right here, Eddie in the motherfucking building, dude. 40 bucks? God damn, bro. You're the next winner, brother.
Eddie's talking about that money.
Yeah. All right, Eddie.
Yeah, Eddie, calm down, bro. Calm down, bro.
Man, the cordless joint. I like it. What do you guys think?
I love the cordless. Love the new cordless.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, man, how do I say this? I got to be real careful here. The cordless is nice. What comes next? Yeah, I gotta watch it.
All right,
bro. The next generation is gonna be If you don't have to work battery operated, the next thing that's coming is it's off the charts. It is ridiculous.
Man, I'm kind of mad because I already bought it. There's no way. I'll probably buy the next one, but it is what it is. See what I'm saying is like, don't fucking buy the polisher, bro. Buy the fucking coaching classes. Then
yes.
Have like me, bro. I'm gonna have like 50 polishers at the house
because of shit like that.
Yeah, dude. It's like, bro, you need to come out. Oh, this one's better. Yeah. It's like, damn, y'all made your money already. You can't even let it just sit for a few years.
No,
and then come out.
No, that's it. That's crazy. Is it's ready. It was ready when this was ready, but they're holding back. But it's dude, it's nuts. It's crazy.
Man, dude.
They're waiting for Black Friday.
Yeah.
They're waiting for something.
See, they did their tracking. They know when the hottest days are.
SEMA.
Oh, SEMA.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but I haven't had, honestly, I've only used, I haven't even used my other DAs. I've only used my Rupes.
Bro, I put down my force rotation, which I used to use like 95% of the time. Mm-hmm. I don't even pick that thing up anymore.
Yeah, I got 3. So he got me another battery. So I got 3 batteries. That was like my one complaint. There's another complaint too, is that I don't like how the lock trigger.
I like it.
But when you turn it over, for me, like when I'm cleaning my pads, it's on the opposite side, so that kind of messed up when I'm cleaning my pads. That's kind of like the only real complaint I
told you why they did that, right?
No, man.
They did that because if you travel with that in a bag, you can travel with it with the battery on it now. Because if they didn't have that pre-lock, it would be spinning in your bag and you'd be fucked.
Oh, transporting. Oh, shipping too. You know, they probably
because transporting, we haven't had any issues with it at all.
I honestly haven't had anything. I want to get the rotary. I just use I have a DeWalt rotary, that I use. That's kind of like my other battery one. That's dope. It's heavy as shit, but dude, it's a banger. But I still use my electric stuff. I don't really.
Yes, Eddie. I would say pick it up.
He's gonna pick it up, bro. He already knows, bro.
He's probably throwing two of them away already. He's thrown two of the new battery operated ones away already.
One, bro. And that's another thing too, guys. Like a lot of these detailers just starting out in the industry, it's like you got to find a credible source. Like we're talking about the polisher. You got to find a credible source to get this information from. Because you talk to some of these guys, they're gonna tell you to buy everything under the moon, and that's another way guys get. That'll break you in half buying all this junk you don't need.
Right. Hey, if you're not polishing, don't buy it.
Yeah, 100%. I have people. So we have the full Rupes. Like we have every Rupes polisher and a few other brands as well.
What's your budget brand though? That's good.
Velocity. It's just a SMR Velocity. It's
good. But those are great.
But when somebody comes in and says, "Hey, I want to buy a Mark III or I want to buy this," I say, "All right, hold on."
But the Velocity what do you use,
banger,
bro?
What's that?
The Velocity gets done. It's just like a Mac Shine. It works fine
for sure.
Or no, what's the
Shine kind of brand?
Anyway, I ask questions before I send someone out the door with a polisher. Even if they come in with something in mind, I ask questions to make sure it's the best fix. A lot of people come in, they're like, "I want this." I'm like, "Well, how are you using this? Tell me what you're doing." And the force rotation might be a better option, or the 15 versus the 21. There's a lot of I'm diligent about asking questions to make sure they're getting the right polisher, because most people don't know what the polisher is right for them. They just see it on the internet, so they think, "Oh, I want that because that looks cool." They don't realize that there's a better option for how they're using it.
I don't know what's the most amount of money one dude comes in, like you say, he just comes in and he's like, "Yo, I'm starting a business right now." How much will you just load them up?
I just had a dude that did it. One of the guys that came to the training that we had here with came in and dropped.
What?
When someone comes in and they say, "I'm starting my business. I need to buy everything I need." Does that hurt a certain way?
It don't hurt. It don't hurt. It don't hurt as a.
It don't hurt him at all, bro. You
can go to the bank, bro. But honestly, that could look like I've had people come in and ask that question, and they send them out the door with $300 worth of product. I have another guy just came in that took the training here, came in afterwards, and he left with $11,000 worth of product. It's all dependent on what you have, what you're doing, not just what your budget, but like where you're currently at. If you're currently like doing anything, where you're like, there's a lot of parameters that go into that question. So I fit people based on their needs and how to get them the products they need to start to be successful. I'd rather give someone the right 5 products than give them the 2 products they come into, because I know they're going to grow faster and they're going to come back for more.
Yeah, you're more in the long game. It's retention. You want them to come to you as their supplier, as their trusted supplier.
Yeah, I'm invested in their success. If they succeed, I don't care about banging you right now.
If they do good, you continue to do good.
So, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, what's up, Franco?
Oh,
man, dude. Look at this guy, bro. Calm down, dude. Shit, dude. God damn, bro. This guy just balling, bro.
He's like, "You can save me some money."
Hey, hell yeah, bro.
Money, I don't need that
Hey, just hype me up, man. You got me going, bro. I know how strippers feel like, bro.
Oh
shit. Oh man, anyways. But yeah, no, so long, bro. Oh, my boy's calling me right now. He's cool.
Yeah.
But anyways,
we appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all.
This is comparable to OnlyFans right here. When you see money like that.
Oh, I know, man, dude.
Can you imagine that? Just racking up those?
Yeah, bro. It's like, hey,
I'm sure the girls are just counting.
Dang,
if I didn't have a 10-year-old son,
no, Franco, where are you from,
me
bro?
and the wife would already have an OF. That's all we'd be doing, straight up and down.
Bro, I have a couple clients that do that. I have 2 dudes I know that do it.
Yeah, what kind of cars are they driving?
Escalades.
Yeah,
that's his name. That's what his literally name on. You want to go find him? His name's Escalade on freaking on OnlyFans. Don't go on there.
Subscribe,
Don't go there, bro. Yeah, man, because you do not want to know Escalade, bro.
Oh no.
He be having you paying him, bro. He be like, hey, you better fucking come and give me that money, boy.
Shit, we just took a hard left. Wow.
Yeah. But anyways, so you're telling me some dude just came and dropped 11 racks on everything.
Yeah. Extractors, steamers,
bro.
It's
easy to do in detailing, bro.
For sure. But again, I've outfitted people with $200-$300 worth of stuff, and they come back a month later and they buy $500 worth of stuff, and then they come back a month later and they buy $1,000 worth of stuff. They work their way up. So I don't try and get the most. I try and set people up for success with the knowledge and the products that are going to benefit them right now.
And that's a more practical way of doing it, because a lot of guys, how many do we see that jump into it and then 6 months later,
everything for sale?
Oh, I didn't like it. Oh, I couldn't handle it. Or maybe their bodies just, they sometimes you got to push your body to like ridiculous, like limits. Like me and Sal, we train every day. We train at 4 a.m. every day, 4 times a week. Like it's not every day, but 4 days a week. And it's, our bodies are trained to get up, be intermittent fasted until our work day is over. And from there, that keeps us moving. That keeps us, our bodies, like physically, we're able to do, like, what time is it right now? It's 1:50. It's 2:00. We've been up since 3:30, and we're still going. We had a full day at work, doing a podcast, took a shower, cut my hair, did all this stuff, and now we're here on a podcast.
I took a nap.
Like to do that at hour 8.
Hell yeah.
Task.
Yo, all I gotta say is Franco, West Texas in the house. I have family. Yeah, dude. I got family in Odessa, Midland, Dallas, El Paso, everywhere, bro. I have family all in Texas. I love you, brother.
We went from
bro.
feet pics to cheeks. You already know.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna start it. Only detailers, bro. Do it.
Only detailers.
Yeah, dude. Just start cleaning some wheels on OnlyFans, bro. Some dudes you don't even want to know what guys do already.
Yeah.
Bro, be like, man, look at that suds, bro. Man, dude, we don't even want to know what's happening with.
Oh man,
some of these guys get off like that on these details, though, bro. Like there's a couple guys.
Yeah,
like, bro, there is some guys that like
they
get all mad and like you're like, bro, calm down, man.
The dudes like that when they do the extraction.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, well, if you would have got that out the right way, you wouldn't have to get it all out with that machine.
Yeah. We have dumping all that water in there.
Yeah. The chocolate milk.
Oh. Yeah, that's dude. It's like you don't even.
That's gross. Yeah, I don't want to see that.
That's gross. I want to
better
see
late
that.
than pregnant. This guy, man.
Is it happy hour?
I don't use the Tornador. Hold on. I don't use the Tornador, but
well, detailing.
Don't have enough space for it. I use a brush for the carpets and whatever. How the Tornador's like? How don't you have? I mean, is it the air compressor you don't have space for? Because I'll tell you, you're leaving if you're not using the Tornador and air in general. Man, you're leaving shit on the table.
Bro, I one of my good buddies, bro, just got one, like literally, and he's one of the best detailers I know. Like he's a great detailer.
I went along. I think I went a little too long without it.
You
like, just thinking because I was nice without it, but when I got it, I was like, no, there's no way. Like,
no.
Like I was like, I need this.
I feel like that was the greatest.
Yeah. Sam, strap that air compressor to your roof if you have to, man. But you got to make it happen. That is mandatory.
The air compressor is just like that. Took my carpet cleaning in like that PNS system. Like that took it to another level when I got the Tornador. Because you get most of it out just with the Tornador if you do it right.
And they got that little Ryobi. We rode with the little Ryobi compressor for the 1 gallon.
Yeah, because we weren't using it a lot, and it was it was compact.
So that held us down. It's small and didn't get too much air, but gave us enough.
Yeah.
Once you have a good supply of air and good pressure, bro, that's like most of the work.
Yeah. Game changer for sure. Better take out your passenger seat in your van or whatever you got to do. We get you an air compressor and a Tornador or some version of that type of blowout tool. Sam, it'll change the game for you, man. It'll pay for itself like within the first few details you do, and you'll never be able to go back, man.
Especially if you're out there mobile in the summertime, man. You don't want to have to be out there longer than you want to be. Like there's some things that you just there's some things that just make sense, and compressed air is one of those in the business.
Compressed air and a steamer.
And steamer,
yeah,
yes, sir.
And a steamer.
Yeah, steamer. Like if anything, I'll get a steamer first, though.
Yeah.
Hey, Chef, what was that
air, bro?
When we were in San Diego, you said something about steam. When you use steam, you lose 80% less chemical or something.
Yeah. So with chemical, especially automotive chemical, for every 50 degrees you increase the chemical or you boost it with heat, for every 50 degrees you double the productivity of the chemical.
Woo!
So if you're using 0-degree water, every 50 degrees you're doubling the efficiency and the productivity of the chemical, so you have to reduce. You can reduce the chemical and the time and all that, man. So that PNS system with steamer, game over.
Just change all of our dilution ratios.
Yeah.
All them shits.
Yeah, dude. What else is this dude? He said steamers hit different.
100%.
Oh yeah.
Money and extractor until I watch Joel and Sal. Oh yeah, Joel and Sal, you guys are doing. Yeah, you guys are strong believers in the PNS system.
Oh yeah,
and it's hard for us to get away from that stain removal system, man. It's just too and I've learned how to use it almost from day one, and I could pretty much get anything out. Like if it's not, and I've even tested it to the point where post me cleaning it to as good as I could by hand and with Tornador and steam, and then trying to do it with an extractor and it looking exactly the same after the extraction, like knowing like, okay, now I know that my skill set is just as good as an extractor in most cases. Obviously, if there's a heavy spill or seepage, stuff like that. But even in that case, you're not going to get it all anyway. So it doesn't really matter, you know?
Dang, dude.
But guys have a hard time detaching from that stuff because they want to believe that they can get it all out or they're getting it, you know? It's like, once it's in the foam, it's in the foam.
Right. Yeah, the potential, the risk of re-wicking stains that you don't even see that have been there forever far outweighs like the benefit of you getting all that one stain that you can see out. Just
what's the best way, or how do you guys? I know, like when you get the carpet guys come over to your house, what's the best way to charge to make more money just off of stain removal and not like an all-inclusive like thing? You know what I mean? Like, isn't there like the upcharge for stain?
Yeah. So the way I would recommend is you have your carpet cleaning or whatever, your basic carpet cleaning built into one of your packages, or even have that as an add-on, but then have stain removal as an additional add-on as well. So stain removal doesn't necessarily come. It is in your very top, your high-end top package, or it is an add-on to any one of the other packages that has any kind of carpet cleaning. But yeah, I don't remove all stains with everything for free. No, hell no. You got to have those upcharges.
We don't have, so with us, we don't have a price listing or we don't have anything like that. But I think this is just part of effective communicating with your client is when you see stuff like that, like that's an opportunity to be on site. And for you, any opportunity for FaceTime with your client, you always need to take advantage of that. So if I have to let the client know, you know, maybe they dropped off the car and as I'm going through the carpet, I notice behind the seat, there's a stain, a coffee stain. I'll snap a photo and say, hey, Loretta, we found this stain back here. The steam should get it all out, but just in case it doesn't, would you like me to do a spot treatment? It'll be an extra $50 if you would like. If not, I'll show you the results post steaming. And if the steam gets it out, don't worry about it. You know, what's like that, you know?
That is such a beautiful thing. And I talk about this a lot with paint correction because you leave yourself in a situation not to lose, because one of two things is going to happen, right? They're going to say, no, yeah, go ahead and do it and you're covered. Or they're going to say, no, don't worry about it. And then they can't complain. They're not going to come and be like, damn, I'm an idiot. I should have paid you to do that, right? But if you leave it in their hands, they're going to be right 100% of the time. But if you make the decision to not do it or to do it and charge them, you leave yourself open for criticism or an unhappy customer. So I love that. That was well put.
And the reason I do that is because there's been times where I'll leave after even communicating everything with the client. This was in my early days where I would leave the location and the client would call and say, hey, Joel, you didn't get this. And then I sound like the asshole on the phone. Well, you didn't say that wasn't part of the service or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Now you just look like you don't give a shit.
Yep.
You know, and I don't want to be that type of person. That's not my style. So I said, I need to figure out a solution for this. So that was my solution. Anytime I can present not a problem, but an opportunity to a client like, hey, your headlights are a little busted up. I'll give them a little polish, you know, it'll be this amount, or we can leave them as they are, you know, no big deal.
All that communication, all that does too is that adds to your value. When you ask those type of questions and when you get that deep into it, that client's just like, oh,
it shows that you're paying attention too.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. It shows you act like a professional. Like they have more respect for you because you act like a professional. It makes them feel like they're dealing with a businessman and not a, you know, some dude that doesn't know what the hell he's doing. So yeah, communicate, over communicate.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll tell you what, over communicating.
Shirts on there. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I need those t-shirts. Yeah, go to the YouTube store. They're available, brother. Oh, detail grandma in the house. Should we give her? Let's give her something. Yeah.
Hey, abuelita in the house.
Yeah, dude. No joke. Way to drop the knowledge. Oh, that's Mario. He's out. But yeah, man, dude, it's been we had a pretty good popping in here, bro. We had people in here just chopping it up.
Yes.
But yeah, man.
He didn't read the name first. Give it, you know. It's
What's the name?
Telegram getting at you. You labeled it wrong.
Yeah, you can get that. You can get that switch.
Yeah,
give you that switch in the.
Hey,
woodshed, son.
Ain't about that.
But yeah, man. We have a training coming up in July, guys.
Yeah. So I think the weekend of the 20th, we were thinking we're gonna set that in stone this weekend.
Yeah. We'll get everything locked down. We're working on it. We're putting it all together. We just want to make sure that we have everything.
There was a fight though. What fight?
It got postponed.
That was okay. So that was the thing. Okay, so we're thinking that probably the 20th, the 19th and 20th, we're gonna figure out, do a training here in Salt Lake at my shop. It's gonna be us four, maybe other people. We'll see. We're just trying to figure it out and just start doing this maybe like a quarterly, maybe, or something. We'll just see how it pops off. But we have quite a bit of interest already from everybody. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna be popping.
Yeah.
But we're gonna keep it small. We don't want to over.
But the value is going to be tremendous. The value is going to be off the charts. I can confidently say that with the conversation that we had and the stuff that we're going to cover. But again, this isn't your basic. You're not going to come learn a wash and wax. You may hear some conversations that'll help you improve your wash and wax, but we're not going to show you how to wash and wax. We're going to show you how to take your business, whatever level it is, to the next level or to the next levels, and take your mindset, take you as a person to the next level.
Yeah,
this isn't designed.
If you're still thinking about paint correction, you're still thinking about that kind of stuff. You haven't
leave the tire questions at home.
Yeah, leave the product questions. That's not what.
Yeah, dude. Come on, go watch ammo.
The only way you're gonna hear us talk about a product is if it's like killing, like it has some ridiculous time savings or something that's gonna like really affect your business.
Yeah, we want you to drive the GT3, not clean it. You know what I mean?
That's right.
That's what it is. We want people to, you know, live comfortably, you know, pay for their kids, you know, like let's live good, you know. So like by coming, you know, I'm an open book. So if you come here and you have anything that you want, I wouldn't hold back online either. Like I'll hold back. If you want something, I'll tell you anything you got to do or help you, try to motivate you. But like when you're in our circle, like the Detail Born circle we got, you know, like you got 4 mentors and we're beasts, you know, all 4 with us 4 right here. We're the 4 horsemen of details, bro. Like we'll get them, you know what I mean? Like you're not coming to this for, you know, you want to level up.
Yeah, this is to expand every aspect of you as a human being. And Jamie says that with all humility. The reality is as we can confidently say that because we've all put in the reps in different areas. We've walked the path that most of you are going to. And we've seen the things that you're going to see, and we've created successful businesses in our own right, in our own regard. So we know the path, and not only that, but I'm confident that just in the time between now and July, I will have learned several new things in detailing and in business and in mindset, because none of us stop learning. We continue to learn. We all have mentors. We all have ways that we gain more information. But yeah, he says that with all humility, but it's the truth.
And let's put it this way, you know, us details, we're excited to go to Salt Lake City because we know we're going to learn. We like that. We're excited.
And vice versa. 100%.
Yeah, vice versa. Yeah. We're all an open book, and we're trying to get it together. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The best way to level up is put yourself around people that are at the level that you're trying to play, or just above your level. Put yourself in the rooms with the people that have what you want and are already doing business at the level you want to. And by association, you will start to grow to a point to get that. But surround yourself with the people that you want to be like, man. That's the truth of it. That's how I've done it
for sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, yeah, man.
Stay tuned. It's coming.
Stay tuned. But man, I guess we're gonna wrap it up.
Yep, I got it.
All right, man. We have right here, guys.
Gentlemen, always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure. Sal, Joel, Details, Jamie Gonzalez.
I'm Shad Stoker.
Yeah, we're out here, man. Peace out, guys. Hey, next week.